Here's how to configure your active track. First, unpack the device and remove the Allen key from the holder. Remove the charger cable and docking station from the plastic mold. Now insert the male tip on the cable into the female socket in the docking station. Plug in the power supply and check that the blue light is showing to make sure the charger is working properly. Remove the screws using the Allen keys from the back of the device. There are 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom. And remove the battery from the socket. Connect the battery to the white socket of the battery cable clip, making sure that the pins of the socket fit the female sockets of the battery cable connector. When connected, the device gives 2 short clicks to indicate if the unit is switched on, and the LED lights on the front should flash. Slide the metal SIM lock to the left as indicated by the arrows to open the SIM slot. Lift the SIM card holder and slide the SIM card into the holder as indicated in the diagram and the slot diagram guide on the SIM card. Slot in the SIM card and close the holder by sliding to the right and lock as indicated by the arrows. Check that the red LED light is flashing fast to confirm a connection. Open the configurating software on your PC. Click on Access in the grey area of the left of the screen and set the parameters as follows. On Device Mode, select GPRS from the scroll-down menu. Set the GPRS test time to 60 seconds. Go to the primary server parameters and enter the server address as 94.42.165.180. Enter the server port as 7407 and the interval between subsequent connection attempts is set to 70 seconds. Now set the APN parameters. If it is a Vodacom SIM, enter vodacom.co.za. If it's a different network provider, input the APN setting for the network provider. Go to Access and put in the service code as 1111. Insert the SIM card pin that is supplied in the starter pack. Go to Transmission and tick both boxes on the screen. Now set the device parameters, if applicable. On the accelerometer, the man down settings defines the length of time of no movement to generate the alarm. For the tilt settings, define the position in which the device is to rest, either horizontal or vertical. The checkbox for multiple readings from the RFID tags does not need to be ticked. Go to Microphone and Speaker to set the volume levels and sensitivity. In the Advanced section, set the power reset and power off activation options. Now go to GPS parameters. Report GPS position if time condition is met. Define the path optimization mode as per user and set to basic. For advanced optimization, define accuracy by setting to high. Monitoring. On events, identify and activate the event that you want to appear on the system. GPRS on, SMS on, and on priority need to all be checked. On additional data for test event, select all boxes. For other events, select all boxes. Restrictions. Under phone number allowed for incoming calls, make your selection and choose the number of rings. If selected, allow all. Allow chosen determines the number of rings per contact, which has a limit of 10. Selecting 0 is for a silent call, so you can connect to the device without it ringing. Notifications and phone numbers. Set the number for the device to call out when the callback button is pressed for at least 3 seconds. Please note you can only enter one number. In SMS forward, enter the number that you want the pre-programmed SMS to go to when the GPS button is pressed. You can add content of SMS which is not case sensitive. You can also add the GPS position to the SMS as an option. Link control. Ensure both checkboxes named Turned On are selected. Firmware. Please take note of the warning in bold blue letters. Open the firmware file and choose the location of the up-to-date firmware file. Choose the connection mode, RS232 default for a new setup. Select Firmware Update to start the process. When the firmware is updated, you can set the defined configurations by clicking on the red arrow on the menu bar and inserting the service code 1111 and press the right button. Check the device to make sure that the configuration was successful. The yellow button will flash every 5 seconds until it stops. Once the device finds signal, the flashing will stop. If successful, only the GPS button will be flashing. But if unsuccessful, the panic button will also flash. If this occurs, please consult the troubleshooting tutorial. Close the device and place it forwards in the charger, making sure that the metal pins connect to the metal connectors in the charger. Now that the device is configured, it needs to be loaded onto ActiveView. Ensuring that you have an internet connection, open your browser and go to www.activeview.pl. Enter the username and password on prompt screen. In order to begin, you need to be able to identify the following tabs. The Alarms tab will show all alarms generated in detail. The Events tab will show all events in real time as they happen. The Management tab will link you to companies, sites, routes, tags, devices and employees. The Administration tab will link you to users, email on alarms, text message on alarm and other event configuration links. Should your company have different divisions or branches, it is recommended that you create a company for each division. Select Management, Companies, Create Company. In the Address field, insert the address of the location of the branch division. If it's one company with one division, this process will only happen once. The Devices field is where you will allocate a device by double-clicking on the serial number and renaming it. The Contact field is where you will allocate a contact person or persons to a site for email and SMS notifications. Click on the Contacts field and a window will open up to the right. At the top right of this window, a plus sign will allow you to add as many contacts as necessary. Ensure you have ticked the box to activate number to receive notifications. The Password field is for a verification code to be confirmed by call center when they call the device. To remove a contact, site or company, click on the Remove button at the bottom left of the active screen. Creating a site. Sites are housed under companies. Therefore, every site needs to belong to a company. There are two options to create a new site. Option 1. Select Management, Companies, and select the company of choice by double-clicking on the name. Click on the Sites field and in the window that appears to the right, click on Create. Name your site accordingly. Option 2. Select Management, Sites, Create and name site accordingly. Allocate a company. Allocate contact for SMS notifications by selecting or dragging the chosen contact to the right panel of the window. Click on More to display the Hidden Notifications field and ensure you have ticked the box to activate number to receive notifications. Allocating a device. Select Management, Devices. There will be a list of serial numbers, depending on the amount needed for this company. Select the correct serial number by double-clicking on it. fill in the name, company and site by scrolling down and selecting, and insert the contact number of the SIM card allocated to this device. Assignable to guard? No. Enter exit work mode? No. Dynamically assignable to site? No. Loading points? Click on the Events tab. Using the device, scan a tag. Press Scan button on device while holding it about 2 to 5 centimeters away from the device. Within a few seconds, the default name of the tag is displayed on the screen. Right-click on this tab and select Show Tag. A new window will be displayed with the tag's details. Insert the tag name, e.g. first floor back door. Ensure the correct site name and company are allocated to the device. Creating route. Select Management, Routes, Create. Insert a route name or name the route the same as the site name. In the Type field, select Simple or Advanced. Assign the correct company and site names. Select checkpoints and insert the overall route time in minutes. This should include the resting time. Click on the text No checkpoints selected. Click here or press Add Checkpoints button to select new route checkpoints. A screen with point descriptions will now be displayed. Select the point or points to add to the route and click Select to add them to the route. You can select more than one point by holding down the Control button on your keyboard and selecting the points with your cursor. Click on Save to save the changes to the route checkpoints. Select Schedule on the route page to be able to schedule the patrol times. Schedule type and select Days of the week. Select the days that the alarm is to be generated. Insert the starting time in the Time From field and insert the end time in the Time To field. Enter patrol time in the space between every and minutes. Click on Generate for the system to populate the patrol times on the Days field and select Save. Apply and save in the route window to save the route. Creating periodic reports. Select Reports, Periodic Reports, Create. Insert the report name and type in the email address to receive reports. There can be more than one email address inserted as long as they are separated by a colon and a single space. Select Period, Day. Select hours which you need to be included within the report. For example, 0600 yesterday morning to 0559 this morning. CSV separator must be a semicolon. The time zone must suit the region in which you are located, e.g. UTC +2 Johannesburg. Report type, select patrols. Enter company name and site name. Apply and save. You now have a functioning device allocated to a company.